Imagine getting a $5,000 bill for a broken arm. But for many Americans, this isn't fiction. It's a terrifying reality. 67% of us live with the fear of unexpected medical bills. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be this way. With the right knowledge and the right health insurance, you can protect yourself from financial disaster. So welcome to Insura Savvy. Today, we're diving deep into the world of health insurance. Let's do this. Okay, let's start with the basics. What is health insurance, really? At its core, it's a contract between you and an insurance company. You agree to pay them a certain amount of money every month. We call these premiums, and in return, they agree to help cover the costs of your medical care if you get sick or injured. Think of it like this. Everyone's got a chance of getting hit with unexpected medical bills, just like everyone's got a chance of, say, their house catching fire. We don't expect our house to burn down, but we buy insurance just in case, right? Health insurance is the same idea. It's a safety net, a way of spreading the risk across millions of people so that no one person has to shoulder the potentially devastating costs of a medical emergency alone. Fast forward to today, and we've got a whole range of health insurance options available, from employer-sponsored plans to individual plans you can buy on the marketplace to government programs like Medicare and Medicaid. It's a lot to navigate, right? And that's exactly why we're here, to break it all down. Alright, time to tackle the different types of health insurance plans out there. First up, we've got employer-sponsored plans, which are still a popular option for many Americans. These plans are often offered at group rates, meaning your employer negotiates with the insurance company to get a lower price for everyone on the plan. Then there are individual plans, which you purchase directly from an insurance company. These give you more flexibility to customize your coverage based on your individual needs and budget. And speaking of budget, if you're on a tight budget or have a lower income, you might qualify for government programs like Medicaid. Now, for those of you under 30 or maybe facing a financial hardship, you might be considering a catastrophic plan. These plans have super low premiums, but be warned, they also come with really high deductibles. We also have short-term plans which can seem appealing because of their lower costs, but there's a catch. These plans aren't required to comply with the Affordable Care Act, so they often lack essential benefits like mental health coverage or prescription drug coverage. And then there's the HMO versus PPO dilemma. So how do you choose? It all comes down to your priorities. Okay, let's talk money. We all know health insurance ain't cheap, but did you know a whole bunch of factors influence just how much you'll pay? Your age, for one, plays a big role. Sadly, as we age, we tend to have more health issues, which means insurance companies see us as riskier to insure. So, a 60-year-old might end up paying 3 times more for the same plan as a 25-year-old. And yes, even your zip code can affect your rates. Areas with higher healthcare costs or a larger number of insurance claims tend to have higher premiums. And then there are the choices you make. Smokers, for example, can face up to a 50% surcharge on their premiums because, well, smoking is bad for your health. But one of the biggest factors you have some control over is the plan tier you choose. Bronze plans have the lowest premiums, which is tempting, but they also have the highest deductibles. It's all about finding that sweet spot between what you can afford up front and how much risk you're comfortable taking on. Chapter 4, Health Insurance Jargon. Your decoder ring awaits. Let's be real, health insurance comes with its own special language, a lexicon of confusing terms designed to make your head spin. But fear not, my friends, because we're about to decode that jargon. First up, the dreaded deductible. This is the amount of money you have to pay out of pocket before your insurance even starts chipping in. Think of it like an entrance fee for using your insurance benefits. Once you've met your deductible, then comes coinsurance. This is where you and your insurance company share the cost of your care. Usually it's an 80-20 split. But wait, there's more. Don't forget about your out-of-pocket maximum. This is the absolute most you'll have to pay for covered medical expenses in a given year. And then there's the formulary, which sounds like something out of a Harry Potter book but is actually just a list of prescription drugs your plan covers. Generics are your friend, people. They usually cost way less than brand name drugs. But perhaps the most important term to understand is network. Chapter 5. Choosing a plan. It's like picking your own healthcare adventure. Choosing a health insurance plan can feel overwhelming, like trying to pick a favorite grain of sand on a beach. But it doesn't have to be a total headache-inducing experience. The key is to approach it strategically, like a seasoned health insurance detective. First, assess your needs. Are you relatively healthy and rarely see a doctor? Or do you have a chronic condition that requires frequent medical care and prescription drugs? Next, unleash the power of the internet. Websites like healthcare.gov are amazing resources for comparing different plans side by side. Don't just focus on the monthly premiums, though. Factor in the deductibles, copays, and coinsurance costs to get a true picture of the total costs involved. Let's do a little thought experiment, shall we? Say you're considering two plans. Plan A has a tempting $300 monthly premium but comes with a hefty $6,000 deductible. Plan B has a slightly higher $450 premium but a much lower $2,000 deductible. Chapter 6: Health Insurance Myths Busted. Alright, time to bust some health insurance myths. There's a lot of misinformation floating around out there, and it's easy to fall prey to common misconceptions. But fear not, my friends. We're here to separate fact from fiction. Myth number 1: all preventive care is free. While it's true that the Affordable Care Act mandates coverage for certain preventive services, like annual checkups and screenings, this doesn't mean every single preventive service is free. Always double-check with your insurance company to avoid any surprise bills. Myth number 2: you're stuck with your health insurance plan for an entire year, no matter what. Not true. You can actually switch plans mid-year if you experience a qualifying life event like getting married, having a baby, moving to a new state, or losing job-based coverage. And finally, myth number 3: if your insurance company denies a claim, there's nothing you can do about it. False. You absolutely have the right to appeal denied claims. In fact, a surprising number of appeals are successful. Chapter 7: the future of health insurance, crystal ball not included. So we've covered a lot of ground, from the history of health insurance to the nitty-gritty of plan options and costs. But what about the future? What does the future hold for this ever-evolving industry? Well, grab your metaphorical telescopes, because we're about to take a peek into the future of health insurance. One thing's for sure: technology will continue to play a transformative role. Telehealth, for example, exploded in popularity during the pandemic, and it's here to stay. Being able to consult with your doctor virtually from the comfort of your own home is incredibly convenient. We're also seeing a push for greater transparency in healthcare costs. Hospitals are now required to post their prices online, which is a huge step towards empowering patients to make more informed decisions about their care. But no matter what the future holds, one thing remains constant: knowledge is power. Outrow, stay savvy, stay healthy. Congratulations, everyone. You've officially completed Health Insurance 101. You've faced the jargon, conquered the concepts, and emerged as empowered healthcare consumers. Remember, choosing the right health insurance is a big decision, but armed with the knowledge you've gained today, you've got this. And hey, if you ever need a refresher course or want to delve deeper into specific topics, I've got you covered. Don't forget to smash that like button if you found this video helpful, and subscribe for more money-saving tips and tricks. Until next time, stay healthy, stay savvy, and keep advocating for your well-being.